Okay. Birdie, hopefully someone can answer your question about how to update to the next version. The aluminum is awful again. Shouldn't be any real surprise. Aluminum likes to be awful in my games. No doubt about that whatsoever. There's really no good spot to take, is there? There's like bad and more bad. And that's it. I don't want to found in any of these spots. Like, if my company saw this spot, I'd probably just pop back into space and be like, never mind, we're going home. Don't bother. It's not worth it. Just don't bother, guys. That's what I would do, probably. Just never mind. We screwed up. We didn't need to do that. I'm just gonna wait for a while. Get some cash on hand.
Expansive colony founded.
Nah, too late for the cash on hand. I didn't think people would go quite that fast. Alright. Well, we'll try and make it work anyway. It probably won't, but we'll try. There. I was trying to do something silly this game. I really could have used $1,000. I was trying to hold out to see if I could get $1,000. That's what I was waiting for to found. And I was just a little bit too late to it, because $1,000 would have let me far more easily actually push to that upgrade. I could have at least just bought glass instantly without needing to worry about it too much. Now, though, I don't know if that's going to quite work out for me. Well, I have the glass. I honestly think my best decision now is to just sit and wait, because food is not going down in price anytime soon. Nobody else is making food. With any luck, I've driven other people away from food. So I just need to... I've got the glass. Glass is always going to go up. That is evil of Asimov. But aluminum and steel are going to fluctuate, so I need to sell food when I want to buy aluminum and steel. And other than that, I'm mostly just sitting here. I could use some black market, but black market isn't going to be a great thing for me. Like, the adrenaline boost I don't see helping much. In general, I don't want this at all. Let other people fight over it. I'm just going to sit here at HQ level 1 for a long time, is what it looks like, while I wait for aluminum and steel to settle themselves just a little bit. This is a very interesting little start. Just a little bit of steel, a little bit of metal. A little bit of metal there. This could work out very, very well for Herbert. He does not have a lot of aluminum, but he has a little bit, and he managed to get those elemental quarries established very well. And it looks like he's heading into silicon right now, which is going to be very helpful for him. I'm hoping people don't completely cut me off from my silicon triangle that I wanted. Even if they do, I guess I can extend into another one here, and I'll be okay, but I really would rather just avoid the situation entirely. Once again, I'm still just sitting here waiting. There's no reason to stop waiting at this point, in my opinion. I just sit here, I wait, and I watch the prices. I see when they drop, and I go for an upgrade right at that moment, whenever my food will make me as much money as possible. Because if I'd been selling the whole time, I'd be getting a much weaker price on a significant amount of this food. That's why we have to be patient. We have to sit. We have to hold. This guy is the only one making steel. It's worth noting. Not a lot of people making steel this game. Aluminum's kind of coming down a little bit. I don't know exactly how far it will fall. And that's going to be a very difficult thing to judge. Herbert's the closest to expanding. He might even be pretty close to it. But it looks like he's trying to push to black market or something. I don't know. He's sitting on 2,000 cash. I don't really know why. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I've got 80 aluminum secured, and I'll just go for it. I'll just go for that upgrade right now. Hope I can make it work. Unfortunately, I would have liked this triangle right here. Clark blocked me from it. So I'm just going to head into this triangle here, I think. It's a little separated right now, which sucks. But it's just what I have to deal with at the moment, unfortunately. What I could do is not head into a full triangle right now, and instead set up something like a little bit of steel production here. Iron, it's not great tiles for a scientific player, but it hooks me up, and it hopefully gets me over this hump short term. What I could do instead, also, is just put down power here. Not a lot of it, but I can get some down. People have been pulling in silicon this whole time, so it's not too difficult to get this power down. I've got the extra claim from founding so late, in particular. I'm actually okay with that. He can do that for all I care right now. And now I once again mostly sit and wait. I need to sell down some glass to make sure I've got enough oxygen I can keep producing glass, but that's the only thing I really absolutely need to worry about. So we'll try and make it work. Pirates can't hurt me right now. This guy's already making glass too. That actually surprises me a little bit. Got unlucky on the bounce, but that's okay. I froze what I really wanted to. Sell a little bit of stuff, because I got to pay for that black market effect. It was a 2,000. It's not that expensive, so that's okay, maybe. EMP did hit Asimov. He did not catch it. It's no big surprise. Usually you won't catch EMPs on stuff like that. And I just need another upgrade before too long. Aluminum and steel, however, are super expensive, so I'm just sitting here once again. Just sitting here for a very long time waiting for this upgrade. I'll get 3 claims out of it. I'll have to decide if I want 3 power or if I want 3 reactors, probably, at that point. Either of these will be options. Steel isn't coming down anytime soon, it looks like. At least it shouldn't be. I imagine Asimov will be trying to use that to expand. Aluminum, on the other hand, can potentially dip down a bit.
Pirates.
Okay, pirate spotted on aluminum. That's interesting. I did get frozen, and the bounce hit me well. Well, I guess there was no chance of the bounce failing because of where he froze exactly, right on my power, as he needed to. I guess that's fine. We're going to go ahead and buy up some aluminum. Just a little bit, not too much. I can't quite push to an expansion, even with what I have. Yeah, I was really hoping he wouldn't make it to 4 so easily when I'm stuck back on 2, but he did. He's running away with things, and the other people need to be shutting him down a bit more actively. I'm still kind of stuck in last place over here. I can hope for a better bounce this time, I suppose. And this time it's defended, so I can't. So he's been aggressive against me and defended himself because he's a scavenger, and there's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. I am scientific, so I'm a bit resistant to the black market, but I'm not immune to it. And aluminum might just be too expensive this game. I think Herbert might have found the strong spot and just might be running away with the whole thing based off of it. Everybody else is managing to expand, but I have a really hard time with that just because aluminum is so expensive. I could push into it, maybe. I'm starting to get kind of close. Maybe I should have bought up aluminum. I thought it would drop below 30 at some point. I was wrong. It didn't. Very difficult to judge that sort of thing without being able to tell what kind of resources your opponents are actually sitting on. Finally, I'm making a little money on power. Not a lot, but at least something. Not as much as Herbert over here. Thankfully, he got frozen, but it's nighttime. That's not going to do anything, right? That's actually not a big deal that he got frozen. Let's go ahead and push to that upgrade. I could put down steel over here and then transition it later if I need to. That's probably my best bet, because iron isn't that expensive and steel is. Another option is to just secure some silicon up here. I have a variety of things I could do. Thinking machines is not something I'm after this game at all, I don't think. Could go into a little extra power as well if I wanted to. It's expensive to do though, but I think I'm going to hit it anyway because it's still at 160.
The black market is online.
I can maybe buy this goon squad to help out just a little bit and then see if I can hit a half decent. I don't really want to buy into that. I changed my mind. See if I can hit a half decent adrenaline boost, maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. I don't remember exactly how many seconds there are between night and day. It's something I should figure out because it's important for black market. But I just don't know. We're going to have to see. Chems would be really strong to be making right now. I didn't want to do steel because steel was very expensive and iron was pretty cheap, but he did boost it. And so that created a bit of an odd situation. He's actually got a hacker array going down. He's probably just going to try and hack steel, actually. Looking at it. That's what I would do in his shoes. Good news is, nobody else can make food, so that's nice. 10 seconds until I have access to black market. Actually, just going to keep selling down food a little bit. Herbert hit himself with an adrenaline boost. Somebody else needs to deal with that. I'm not going to. I'm going to adrenaline boost myself, because I can do that as well. And so we are just fighting to make money on power now, both of us. Yeah, these steel mills, like, are barely making me money. I can barely keep them online through all of this. So many mules. I'm not even seeing the mules. I imagine they're pretty good this game. Mules on aluminum, over down in this corner. Yeah. It's very far away from me. I don't know if I can actually abuse that, but it is an interesting idea. Something I need to be watching for a little bit better. Look at that steel price. Look at Asimov's debt. What is that? That is insane. How much money am I sitting on? 135 is what I'd require. Man, I wish there was a spy right now. Oh, there is a spy. Shoot, I missed it completely.
The black market is online.
I don't know exactly how much steel is just sitting around right now is the thing. Like, I don't know how much he's just sitting on. So this is dangerous. He bought himself up pretty heavily. So I could have used that as a little bit of a judge. But this at least helps me push into a lot of aluminum, maybe? I could upgrade. I could go after him. I don't see going after him going that well. He has a lot of cash to defend himself with. I'll just get attacked in the back, so I think I unfortunately need to just upgrade. It's painful. I can't really use this very well. Okay, there you go. There's that steel price falling so fast. Ugh. I talked about making chems. I think that's still a decent call. I can maybe use this spot right here to do it acceptably. Transition it to electronics later if I absolutely have to. All kinds of little things like that. I can get rid of this guy and put down a patent lab pretty easily. Potentially even goon squad it. Asimov just did his debt dive with a hack in order to buy himself up. And now he'll probably be paying a fair amount of that down if he can. His big concern is going to be, was it enough, basically? That's going to be his big question he needs to ask himself. I could go into a hacker array, and probably should have back when I had control of the food market, which I don't anymore. What I do have control of, it looks like, is glass, so I could still get something done there if I wanted to. The problem is I don't have a lot of glass production. I have equal chems to Herbert over here. They're not all that great. Incoming dust storm kind of sucks. I don't think I can properly transition around that. Another steel hack came in. That's not even a steel hack, I don't think, because I never saw him hacking again. Carbon scrubbing is an option, but I don't think I need it. Absolutely. Sell down a little bit. There we go. Teleportation and slant drilling both could be useful for a lot of what I'm up to right now. These steel mills are okay. Again, it's like a situation where they're okay, but would it be better if I just made them reactors right now? Because I think they would make a significantly more money as reactors at the moment, even though it's expensive to make that transition. Hopefully I can sit on it long enough that it's okay. Because that iron price was getting a little out of hand, let's be honest. That is another steel short he's actually just sitting on. I guess I can try and use it again. Can't use it that well. I wasn't expecting him to literally just sit there shorting steel until he was out of debt, but he pulled it off. Herbert, I think, is still likely running away with the whole thing very easily right now. It does exactly what it says it does. I don't know what that question means. I don't know how to answer a question like that. It's on the tin, what it does. Offworlds weren't even that great this game, from what I saw. Yeah, they're really not that good. Like a hacker array, I think, is almost what I need to be doing. The patent office will help, but I'm kind of in this really awkward spot, regardless. That could be okay. This is a very strange game. I don't know what to do with it besides watch Herbert win off of his 2 engineering labs, right? And that's it. That's really all I see happening. Just gonna do some of that just to hurt him. Somebody has to hurt him, right? May as well be me, I guess. Now what do I do from here? With steel being this expensive, I don't know. I think I just sit back, try and get to a hack array, try and figure out some tile I can get rid of to put down a hacker array, which I don't think I have one, because I can't get access to a new claim for one. It would be like a farm. Do I get rid of a farm for it? Do I get rid of some of my glass production? Is that not good enough? The glass really isn't that great. Maybe I can transition out of it into a little extra power and into a hacker array, and maybe that's okay. It's not great adjacency at all, but at least I can use it. At least I can get something done with it. Let's see. These are mostly okay. This guy's really not doing anything good for me, so I'm going to turn him off. The other two are kind of working, but fuel's a bit expensive for them is the problem. Clark has managed to push to an off-world market, which is defended. Let's let those guys fight over that and not worry about it too much ourselves. And I think I actually want this adrenaline boost. That could help out quite a bit. I could get myself into a lot of trouble with it, but it could help out quite a bit. Those are all frozen. Electronics are really good right now. I should really be making electronics instead of chem labs. Maybe that's just the transition we make right in this moment. Steel's expensive. Steel's so expensive. I shouldn't have done that, actually, is what steel is right now. I should have waited for him to sell out of the shortage he's been flying through. But we got it started. Maybe we can just make this work, okay. Okay, go ahead and queue something else up here. What do we want here? We want nanotech here, I think. There's not a lot of people making steel. I myself can't make steel. That would allow me to continue through transitions appropriately. I get frozen instantly as I move into electronics production. That is unfortunate. I was hoping people would be using their black market effects to focus down something like this off-world market. You know, little details like that are kind of important. I don't know if people have noticed. Otherwise, Clark will be in a fantastic position, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, I suppose. I'd love to be abusing this, but right now I think it's okay maybe to keep using it-ish, because I've got the electronics production down long-term. So long-term it might still pan out, and I don't just sit on it. I just try and make that price high, is all I try and do for the time being. Man, I killed power with that solar flare, didn't I? And that adrenaline boost, combined with everybody else who has solar panels down. Would people please throw dynamite at this thing? Okay, it is defended. That's good. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I haven't even hit HQ5 yet. So I'm not really feeling the responsibility for that at all right now, actually. Fly into this a little bit. I know people really generally don't have spies down. He is researching electronics production, and he has a lot of electronics down, so that'll go well for him. Which means I can't just rely on it long term. I have to switch into something else. Thankfully, there is something I can switch into fairly effectively right now. And they're going to make me some money. I don't have to pay the carbon cost, I guess, on them, even though carbon's $4. I really should figure out a way to use the black market. Maybe a mule for some iron or something could be okay. Of course, there's a food surplus. Why wouldn't there be a food surplus? That just helps so much. I mean, fuel is doing well. I kind of wish I just had more territory, but with this guy constantly hacking steel until finally he just plants an off-world, that hasn't ever really felt like much of an option for me. You know? That getting to that last upgrade, it hasn't really ever felt viable. Because look at this, look at this. I can't upgrade until I have $127,000 worth of resources. And I haven't been able to effectively make steel this entire time. Now, surplusing steel probably would have helped out a bit more. I generally let his adrenaline boosts go through. There we go. Come on, steel. Come down in price. Just get down here. Maybe I don't even surplus steel. Maybe I do, so I can maybe push into off-worlds as well. There we go. Let's hit the upgrade off of that. I should have thought of that a long time ago, actually. Just hitting that surplus would have been quite helpful. That gives me more tiles. I can use that for things like food and reactors, potentially. Just maybe one of each. I still have 3 tiles left over. We could move back into more glass. I'm halfway to being bought right now, which is horrifying. More glass over here should be helpful. How much glass production is down? I'm not seeing it. Let's start on that. And then I have 1 claim remaining. I could try and push to an off-world with that. I don't see that going particularly well. I'm mostly just sitting here in my corner praying people don't kill me. That's it. That's all I've been able to do so far this game. Now, one thing about going ahead and planting a building is I'm going to get those resources back anyway, right? Maybe I don't need to worry too much about this idea of losing resources to planting a building because I've got nanotech established, and that's okay. Yeah, cold fusion is kind of helpful, but whatever. Asimov pushed into one of my stock. Okay. That's important, but not game-ending. I could try financial instruments. It's not that expensive right now. Clark is still halfway to being able to buy me, but that means he's far closer to Herbert. And Herbert is who he's going to be after. He is still a dangerous person right now. How long is that defended for right there? I can't see because there's too many things here. This is why I get mad about how many things fit into some of these areas. It just doesn't work. I could grab an adrenaline boost to help out with some of these various things, but I really want an Offworld, but it's just so expensive. Well, steel actually came way down, so maybe I plant it anyway. Despite this randomness going on with steel and other nonsense, maybe I just build it anyway. There's no hologram, so we'll just shove that in the corner there. There. He's got glass down, which I guess is fine. We could attack it, I guess, to help out a little bit. Oh, what a weird game. I'd have loved to push into engineering labs. They would have been really, really helpful a very long time ago. It just hasn't ever felt viable. I felt like I've been playing from behind the whole time just because steel has been so expensive. And I tried this kind of weird found location, but because we ended up with 2 scavengers, it didn't work at all. That iron nonsense. Alright. Well, I'll try and make this work. No guarantees of it, but I'm trying. I'm trying to make things happen for me. How is Asimov doing? He is sitting on 2 Offworlds, which is horrifying. Like, he's doing very, very well with his Offworlds. Need to be hitting those, I think, fairly constantly, consistently, whatever you want to say about it. Man, glass is expensive. I actually got my Offworld up. I should make it do things, because I'm pretending I'm a good player this game. Clark halfway to buying us again. How much am I actually sitting on? 200,000. I need 446 or so. How expensive is that to repair? I wasn't expecting mine to get targeted. I guess I should have. But I am still at least scientific, right? That doesn't fix my repair issues anymore. Sad. It's still very expensive to repair. Maybe I did need thinking machines this game. I wasn't expecting to, that's for sure. I don't think I want to push to a second Offworld. Do I even repair this one? It's so expensive, and it's not making me much money. But I don't want to just get rid of it, because it's like a half-built Offworld. I feel like I'm just keeping it there as a dead tile right now, until these dynamites clear out, and then maybe I can use it. There's the buy, finally. Herbert gets it. Herbert got it. No big surprise there. He had way too much money. Ridiculous amount, quite frankly. Let's just keep going with what we've got. We've got good production. I don't know if I can adrenaline boost it and actually be helpful, though. I guess I could adrenaline boost over here and help a little bit. I don't know if it's enough for a $50,000 adrenaline boost, though. That's the very strange thing about it. Yeah, glass was kind of important. Glass was a little bit important to this game. Just a hair. Hit that. It's all so upgraded. He's actually going to destroy me if I let this short happen. We're just all dead to this. He's got it fully upgraded. It's just running just fine. I don't see any real way to combat him on it besides do this. And hope that nobody has a really strong supply. Because he's not even losing money off of it yet. It's just stopped for the time being. And this is Asimov up here, actually, that I need to kill. Oh man, what a weird situation. What a really, really weird situation. What did I just hack? I still let the glass hat go through. I tried to cancel it and start a silicon short, but I forgot to cancel it. How ridiculous can I be, I wonder? What am I sitting on? 517? Okay. Whatever. I guess I can let him make money off of it a little bit.
The black market is online.
It's not what I meant to do. Not even a little bit what I meant to do. Let's make that happen. Let's see, these guys are probably losing money as I'm doing that, so I should really cut that out. Fuel is still amazing. I thought fuel would come down some year. I was completely wrong about that. Glass has to be dropping. Like, he has to just be sitting on glass right now. That's the only thing I can see. Let's see, 6 something is what I require. I'm at about 6. It's something, right? Finally, he can't do glass anymore. Gonna try and make this work. Odd as it may be. Hopefully he hasn't stored up enough or pulled in enough to actually have this work out for him. He's going for oxygen. That should be no surprise. I'm just trying to save cash right now. I don't want to actually do anything. I just want to sit on my money. I'll maybe afford to repair this soon. Maybe. I don't think I should have built it. I should have built more reactors or something. Can't quite get it done, though, because he paid off debt. I'll just kill Asimov, I guess. I'm probably dead based on that, but we can try and make it work. So what do I have sitting around now? A lot of reactors, which is very good. Reactors are very, very strong, but unfortunately, I just don't have any upgrades right now. I don't know how his reactors are. They have fantastic fuel bonuses attached to them already, so I don't even really want to upgrade those. I just need to blow stuff up, and unfortunately, steel never got inexpensive this game, like ever. Steel always stayed ridiculously pricey. So I could repair this guy. I could start repairing all of these things, but they just cost so much that I don't think I can ever actually catch up. The glass is still okay. The food is okay. Like, all of these are okay, they're just not great, is the thing, because I haven't had time to upgrade them, and prices really never settled at all. What sucks is I can't even scrap these things, and I have to repair them, or they're dead tiles. I don't really understand that whatsoever, but fine. I guess. He's upgrading oxygen. This is all going to turn bad fairly quickly. I guess I could go into a lot of steel production to fight it, and I could also go into a lot of chemical production to help fight it. The chemical production is kind of a big deal. I should have scrapped this a long time ago and made it an engineering lab, so I would actually have these core upgrades that I need to fight back. If I had done that, and if I had done things like upgraded steel and all kinds of small things like that, it could have made a pretty darn big difference. I don't know if you can turn off a building after a network virus hits it, so I'm experimenting. Or, like, if it's off, what happens if I hit it? Okay, it stays off. That was just kind of an experiment, because I've basically already lost this game. It's just a curiosity more than anything else, I suppose. 500,000, 500,000. I guess we're just shoving those down the drain. Much as that sucks. Let's see. What's he actually making? He's just so well upgraded everywhere. He's had so much time to sit back on upgrades. There's almost nothing I can do. Almost. Tell you what, we can try, instead of doing that, we do this. I don't think he's making that at a ridiculous rate. These guys can turn back on, finally. Carbon's insanely expensive, but I can't use dynamite anymore at this point. I just can't. I could upgrade steel. I don't see that being particularly helpful. Could upgrade food a bit, I guess, but we're fighting a losing game here, is the end of it. He's got $600,000. I don't see any point. It's just these engineering labs. They've completely ruined it for me and made it basically impossible. I wasn't able to push into them. He did. I called Herbert winning this right at the very start, unless some very, very drastic things happened. Looks like I was right, basically. I don't know what else to say besides that. Because I tried to fight back. I almost got to the point where I could buy him, but he had so much debt to pay off, and debt is so easy to pay off, which I think is a big thing. Look at that. He's just sitting on dynamites that he can actually just afford to throw at me. Like, how ridiculous is that? Think about how much money those cost. One of those was at least a 70,000 dynamite. What did I even hack? Steel? Yeah, I hacked steel because I wanted to try and make steel. I didn't think I would be having more dynamite thrown at me. What I should have been hacking was food more. More and more and more food hacks, and just move into more and more food production and upgrade food, and not relied on the Offworlds. The problem is I kind of have to repair them in order to scrap them. And get those resources back from nanotech. Which I don't understand, but whatever. Not a big deal, I guess. I don't think sending food is even making me much money at this point. I'm just going to stop that, get rid of it. I could be hacking both things at once right now. That's an option. But once again, it's all too little too late because the engineering labs won the game a year ago. Like, without question, the engineering labs destroyed the game a very long time ago. I'm just going to knock these down while I have the opportunity. Not try to use them anymore. It's a fair amount of cash in hand. I'm halfway to killing him, but halfway is nowhere close enough, that's for sure. Get rid of more of these. Keep going into this. That should all help out a bit. Man, I killed Steel, didn't I? Shoot. That's really funny. What are you actually making money in? The Offworlds are obviously making some amount of money. Okay, I do have a food hack running right now. And then let's see what else he's making. I guess electronics are making pretty decent money for him. He's moving into food. I could try and shut it down. I can pay down debt. I'm kind of curious how close I got. I got like halfway there-ish. Shouldn't have gotten anywhere near that, that's for sure. It was a pretty sloppy game by all, I would say.